You've been lied to about strength. For years, they told you it was about lifting heavier and chasing numbers. But if that's true, why are so many strong people actually weak? Most people are prisoners to their routines, chasing strength but never finding it. Because real strength was never about lifting more, it was about freedom. And if you don't see that yet, you will soon enough. What does it mean to be strong? The average bodybuilder is stiff, the average powerlifter is fat, the average calisthenics athlete has twig legs, and the average runner is very skinny. Are any of these really strength? If you can bench 3 plates but struggle with pull-ups, then you're not strong, you're just good at your own trick. If you train like everyone else, you have to expect the same results as everyone else, and frankly, most people are either extremely average or extremely one-dimensional. And it's criminal because it's not their fault. It's not even because of what they do themselves necessarily, it's because they have been fed these same destructive lies. What real strength is doesn't come down to one movement or another, it comes down to freedom. They made strength into something boring. It was never meant to be a chore or just a painful means to an external aesthetic. The physical training was always mental training. It was about self-expression, to see what your body is capable of based off of your desires. But sadly, many people were brainwashed into thinking strength was just about lifting more or looking stronger. But what about actually being stronger? Not just in the weight that's lifted, but in the freedom that you have over yourself. Imagine if you could push a button, and by doing so would gain full body mastery. You'd be sick at calisthenics, have crazy strength in the big lifts, be fast, athletic, mobile. You'd take that in a heartbeat, and this was always possible for you. Because despite the lies that you were told, strength was never a box, it was a sandbox, unlimited potential, waiting to be explored. The absolute law of the universe is cause and effect. You aren't exempt from this, and whether you like it or not, your actions right now are forging your future reality. In the next 5 to 10 years, you are surely becoming someone. My question to you is, if you keep doing what you are now, would you be proud of who you're becoming? Strength is just another word for freedom, and when it comes to developing that, are you actually making progress? No two people are the same, and whilst there are principles and human knowledge that can be generally applied, I ask you, how much are you thinking for yourself? How much of what you're doing is just to satisfy the rules and desires of someone else? If you resonate with aspects of what someone is doing, then of course take that, but that's not because of what they want for you, it's because of your own desire. And if you think hard enough, there is a version of you that you do want to become. Part of that desire will always be physical. And remember, all physical training is really just mental training. Deep down, no one wants to be in poor shape or unhealthy. And so, there is a form of physical training that is relevant to your desires. This is self-expression, this is freedom, and this is strength. And if you don't act towards that, you are lying to yourself. In the one life that you have, you aren't even aligned to what you want. By lying to yourself, you are going against truth itself, reality itself. And no wonder you have this underlying psychological pain, because suffering is just not wanting to be where you are right now. Presence is the cure to that. And presence is achieved by simply being, not worrying about what has been or what may be, because you're already living out your truth. You have peace with and alignment with reality. You have this vision of who you want to be. Part of that is physical, and it's not like you'll ever complete this vision, but the goal of strength never needed to be something beyond itself. So think, who do you want to be? What's the physical component of that? What physical training will take you towards that, and are you doing that right now? Because most people aren't. Most people never even commit to developing strength, and for most people who do, they fall for the lies that they were told. Most people think you can only be good at one thing. Most people think that being vegan means you have to be weak. Most people think you have to be light to have any chance at being a decent runner. Well, most people think wrong. But you don't have to. Understanding these truths, I've already accomplished all of this. And through them, this is where I'm going. And whilst the numbers aren't everything and the importance lies in freedom, they can be a great means to help us to understand where we're going, to quantify where we're going. But the point is about freedom. And when it comes to freedom, there is no limit to what we can be. And if you want to get insanely strong with calisthenics whilst on a vegan diet, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to DM me the word strength on Instagram. And with that said, as always, remember bro, keep improving.